Yeah.
Why can I never hear anything? My God.
I can hear you. Plug it in. Plug it in. Turn it on. Turn it off. Turn it on again.
Every time it's a new story.
That's the IT
like
trick.
the never-ending login story. Your meeting is being recorded. Good.
You hear me?
Yep.
Cool.
I hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. It helps.
It does help. Wild, isn't it? A bit wild today. Hang on. Hang on a minute. It's a good job there isn't smell-o-vision on here because this t-shirt stinks.
Got it. Oh man. I use
you can hardly bear the smell of it.
Oh god. I use the squat rack for a drying rack. So when I've trained, I'll like take any tops off and they'll just go over the pull-up bar, because if they go in the hallway on the radiator,
wow,
it wafts the hallway up. Man.
Rife.
I sweat a lot when I train as well. I really do sweat. And to demonstrate that, this morning, I weighed myself when I woke up and I was 80.2 kilos.
Reckon the big 80.
Dry weight.
That's
on the way down as well after my 3 weeks of diet. And I went to CrossFit this morning because I'm off this week and I've been doing deload, so I haven't really everything's felt fine. And did this workout, which was, we had to run around the box twice carrying a weight plate, and then it was in pairs. So it was 3 rounds, and between us, we had to do 8 rope climbs, 16 power snatch. I had 60 kilos, 32 burpees over the bar, and then 64 calories, and then 128 double unders.
64 calories on what?
Whatever, either the row or the
whatever was free.
Whatever was free, yeah. But you had to choose a different one. You couldn't just go row. You had to go like row, bike, row. And yeah, and I had a little flat white like before, so I went and got a little flat white coffee before I started, because it started at 8, so stuff was open. And I also had a half a can of Monster during. And then when I got home, I weighed myself and I was 78.6 kilos.
What did you start? 80.3?
80.2, so 1.6 kilos.
That's quite a lot of fluid.
That's ridiculous. But I'm literally like, it's pouring off me, like sweat is pouring off me. When I go down for a burpee, it just goes like.
Maybe your thermostat is broken. Do you need a service?
I think it does.
Some maintenance.
I think
new radiator.
Yeah.
I only do up to 10 reps. So
yeah, well, someone's got to do those 10.
Someone's got to. Although, where was I saying? Oh, riding the enduro bike on the motocross track. Yeah, I was sweating then, man. Jeez, that was hard work.
I was going to say, is that what you wore the wetsuit for today?
Yeah, that was for
to keep all the stank in.
Bike. Yeah, to keep that inboard. No, I had the wetsuit because we went river surfing for the first time, but no one cared on the story. So
no,
it's pretty sick. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool.
A lot of our followers don't come online for a little while.
That's the excuse.
I mean, the other thing is a lot of our followers don't give a fuck
about wetsuits. Yeah, it surprised me how cool it was there. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so this is the thing that I saw from Antonio's stories, where they've got that specific little bit in the river, and it's like a non-stop wave. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
How'd you get on?
He's now one on our stories as well. Yeah, good.
Oh, cool.
Surprisingly okay. Because you have to basically start with someone holding the board for you. I didn't really want to do that for very long. So Tony held the board for me for like 2 goes, and I was like, no, stop holding it for me, I'll do it. And then I just got buried like 3 times in a row, and then I worked out, because you have to kind of let the board sit on the wave. There's a bit of a balance point. You only need a little bit of pressure on it, and it will just sit in the wave as long as the front doesn't go in. If the front goes in, then it gets buried and then ends up spitting out the back of where the wave is created. So it's a little bit of a balance thing with one foot and a little bit of light pressure, and then you sort of get your balance on the side, and then you can try and go out into the wave. because the idea is basically to sort of surf on this little wave, like left and right. And if you're good, then you can do some tricks and spins and stuff like that. But I couldn't do that, obviously. But I could go up and down the wave, and I just started at the end to manage to get it to go left and right. But it must be quite a difficult thing to explain, because no one could explain to me how you actually turn. Because I can see everyone turning. I think I want to turn, but I don't really understand how. There's a bunch of different variables. It looks like depends how far up or down the wave are you, how far back is your weight, how bent are your knees, what do you do with your hips, what do you do with your shoulders? And they're going, oh yeah, just turn. They're like, go that side. I'm like, yeah, but how do I go that side? How do I make this board go to that side? Oh yeah, you just turn it. Turn it where?
Thanks, guys.
Turn it with my feet, with my knees, with my hips, with my torso, with angle of the board, with pressure on my front foot. Yeah, like how do I turn it? Because I was trying to turn it with my torso, but it doesn't turn. So I think it's similar to the snowboard, but less edge pressure. Because I think if you put too much edge pressure, the thing like buries itself and then you get drilled. And when it spits out the back of the wave, sometimes it's a bit sketchy. It's like a proper little barrel in the back of it. So you
tumble dry.
Go in with your head covered and hope you pop out the other side. But it's pretty cool. I think we did like an hour and a half down there. And it's just non-stop because there was no one else there really. So there was only like probably 7 people to start off with. And then a few people went, so there was like 5 of us. And at the end, another 3 went. So it was just me and Tony. We were just doing like laps around it. And you basically like stand up for as long as you can, get spat out the back of it, have to do like a sort of, I don't know, like a dip stroke swimming pool climb out thing every time you try and get out of the river and fight against the current and stuff. It's a little bit of work to get out and get around to your next loop. And we just did that like non-stop for an hour and a half. But it's pretty cool.
Was it cold?
Have another go at that. I had a wetsuit. That's what the wetsuit was for. So it's not so bad. Once the water, it is cold water, but once the water goes in the wetsuit and gets trapped, it warms up and then it's not too bad. But Tony got cold because I think he had a thinner wetsuit. Right. Mine's quite cool because it's a triathlon wetsuit. So he's got like a thick panel in the front and thick panel in the thighs, but the bits that need to move, so like your shoulder joint, for example, and I think it's got the thickest part is in the chest to make you float, and then the legs have a little bit thinner area. But then it means like you're quite warm in the chest, and then the arms doesn't, not such a big problem. So it was cold water, but you're warm in the wetsuit after you've done the first dipping, and because you're going around quite quickly. The sun went out today. It was a warm day, so
nice.
Well, it's good.
Sweet.
This morning I ripped the EXC round the motocross track. My bike is all in bits in the garage, my 125. I've got the bits now to put it back together, but I haven't done it yet. So I borrowed a 250 EXC 6 days from work, which isn't intended for motocross, but actually it was surprisingly good. It's pretty cool. Although I got a new blister tape.
To me, it looks like a motocross bike. So what type of bike is it?
It's an enduro bike. So it's very similar. Like the architecture is very similar. This one is a KTM enduro bike, so it doesn't have a linkage in the rear suspension. And the other things that are different are it has a bigger fuel tank, it has softer suspension setting, it has a bit of an easier engine to manage, although it depends on the application. It has a smaller rear wheel, so you put different tires on it.
So enduro is what, traveling a distance rather than racing around a track? Like enduro, probably race enduro, like can you?
Enduro is like rally, like car rally. So in car rally, you have timed stages, but it's not laps of a track.
I get you.
So you have time stages, and in between the time stages, you have to basically arrive at the next stage. And there's a time normally that you have to arrive. So you have to be able to ride fast on terrain that you don't know over quite a long distance. And then you do a time stage, which can be anywhere from like a couple of minutes to even 10 or 15 minutes. And then there's a number of those in a day, and depending on the level of the championship, like in a national championship, they normally have a what they call an enduro test. So something in a forest or something like more open, which is one point to another point.
Yeah.
They have a cross test, which is normally more like a motocross track, and you do a lap. And then they have an extreme test, which is a bit more like trials. And then there's bigger obstacles and stuff like that in those loops. And then you do, depending on the category that you're racing in, so there's a bunch of different categories. You can do 2, 3, or sometimes 4 laps of the course, depending on which level category you're in. And the higher the level, the more laps you do. So
To me,
in
that
motocross,
sounds,
you just ride around in a circle.
that sounds like rally to me. You should have just said it's like rally.
Yeah, that's what I said. And I explain the rest of it. In rally, they don't have the different types of stages. They just have stages.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
So the bike has to do that. So it's basically a bit more comfortable. Yeah, and the bigger fuel tank means you can go a longer distance, and they tend to be softer because the terrain is more varied. Like you can have trials type terrain and roots and rocks and forest trails and some fast stuff and some slow stuff and some technical stuff. And the motocross bike is a bit more on-off performance. So it's like all the power or no power, and then suspension tends to be a bit stiffer because you're landing bigger jumps and you need that control in the suspension to be able to ride fast, whereas the enduro is a little bit slower speeds. They still go fast, but you don't need so much stiffness in the bike. It's a little bit more focused on keeping the rider in one bit as well.
And what did you just do then? Because your voice improved.
I touched something.
Yeah.
I touched the USB cable, I think.
Did you wiggle a lead?
On purpose, I just moved my hand across like this.
Brush.
Like these aren't the droids you're looking for. And then all of a sudden, in my own ears as well, the sound changed. In my very own ears.
Yeah. It's quite late there, isn't it? It's like 9:30 there, isn't it?
It is.
You look knackered.
I am tired. I have a lot of things to do still as well.
I was sitting here looking at myself going, fuck, I look tired. I'm really tired. And then I look at you and I'm like, I mean, you look worse than me.
Really tired.
Yeah.
Well, I have ridden motocross today and learned how to surf in the river.
Yeah, that's
my
cool.
sound has just gone off again. So
that's cool.
Yeah. That was pretty cool. I'm trying to Jedi mind trick this back on again, but it didn't work. Is that better?
Yeah. That's a good day. That's a good day to do stuff. Yeah, that is better. Learn something new and do something you like. I like those kind of days.
My eyes feel tired.
Yeah.
The rest of me feel right, but my eyes feel tired.
Just like that.
I'm all right.
I actually got a nap.
I thought last week on last week's one, I thought, God damn, I look tired. I thought I'll try and not look so tired in this one, but my eyes are closed.
End up blinking. Just put some sunglasses on. Just put some sunglasses on. Have you got glasses with eyes drawn on? Because I'll tell a story and you can have a quick nap if you want.
I've got glasses that go black, but they won't go black in here.
Not unless it's sunny.
No sun.
Shine a light in your eye.
I'm going to put some sunglasses on. Tell a story.
Okay. What? Yeah, you get some sunglasses. We'll wait. Matt's gone away, and what we'll have when we come back is Cool Matt. So be prepared to welcome back Cool Matt. I wonder what type of sunglasses he's going to have. I think some sort of mad Oakley frog skin, some sort of gas can giant sunglasses, all those little Oakleys that you get like 5. No, he's gone completely different. He's gone for Wayfarers. Nice. There you go.
Bad boys.
Yeah, man. Not only do you not look tired, but you also look really cool now. So everybody, welcome back, Cool Matt.
Yeah,
that's the screenshot. That's the screenshot there. That's the screenshot. Keep it cool. That's the name of the episode. I'm going to write that down. What minute are we in? 18. Right, that's going to save me some fucking time later trying to scroll through. 1806. Welcome, Cool Matt, to the stage.
Thank you, everybody. It's a pleasure.
What kind of sunglasses are they?
They are mine. They're called. The brand is Mine.
What,
not mine, as in M-I-N-E, like a coal mine.
Yeah. They're good.
And they are from Fennososa Bike Park, and they were on some mega offer because they were, I think they bought quite a lot, or they were doing some deal with the guys who run Mine, and they had them on quite a nice offer. And I thought, yeah, they were pretty cool. I don't have a lot of sunglasses because, I wear glasses.
Yeah.
Inside it says Dream Bigger.
Dream Bigger. Does it say bitches on the other side? Because that'd be good.
It says mofos.
Yeah.
And when I put them on, it makes me smile because it's really ridiculous to be wearing.
Yeah, looks good.
It's cool.
That was good.
I'm gonna wear a different set of glasses every week.
That's your thing now. Yeah, bring a different pair of glasses on. That's your thing. That's going to be code.
Used to just rotate through goggles. That's all I can do, really. But
that'd be good. You got some snowboarding ones, some motocross ones.
Yeah.
What else you got? Swimming?
Yeah. Swimming. I probably got a snorkel I can rustle up from somewhere.
Yeah. That'd be good.
I've got multiple pairs of swimming
And
rings.
hats as well. You got a variety of hats.
I've got a variety of hats. That doesn't cover my eyes though.
You do if you pull it down.
I could wear the Mexican wrestler mask.
Yeah,
Got
that's
that downstairs.
always a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't tell a story. I just, if you watch it back, you'll see what I said.
Okay.
It was good. It was worth it. I think this is my favourite moment from the podcast. 20, what episode are we on now? 21, 22, 21?
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
That's a lot of weeks of podcasting.
Yeah, man. 5-6 months of podcasting. And then we're here.
Get me in sunglasses.
Here we are. Yeah, I was quite happy with that. So last week you were going to tell me how you blew up a motorbike.
Yeah, I can tell you that. It's not very interesting. Basically, I got excited.
Do the short version.
Okay. I got excited because I tried some flat track with Renault's bike. So then I bought one. Yeah. I was like, where can I buy one? They're like, this guy's got one. I was like, okay, I'm probably just going to go pro, so just make it a good one. So I bought an ex-world championship bike, and the guy finished third in the world last year. I was like, well, then there's no excuse. Yeah. Bought the bike, all good. They were all saying, yeah, really good. Guy looks after his bikes, blah, blah, blah. So went over there.
I'll see about that.
Yeah. Went over there, fired it up. Yeah, all seemed all right. And then the next day, they run on hours, basically. They hadn't done a lot of hours. They don't run them with mileage, so they run on like operating time. Hadn't done a lot of operating time. Started up, seemed okay. Rode it for a bit. Didn't feel as powerful as I expected because it's a 450 motocross bike, so there's a bit of a handful normally.
Grunt.
Should have a bit of poke. Rode around the first session, was okay. Started to get used to it. It felt really good. Like suspension felt really good, and I could control it and slide it and stuff. It was nice. It was pretty cool. And then in the second session, I stopped next to Renault because they do like these practice starts and you have a little race and stuff to play. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I was smoking a little bit. And I was like, oh, that doesn't sound very good. So like I looked back and revved it and it like puff smoking normally. That's just bad, basically. There's not really any good explanation.
No reason why
smoke in the exhaust, not really. I mean, I sent a message to the guy and he said, yeah, probably some oil has like, as it's been standing, some oil has like drained from the top end of the engine into the cylinder and it's burning that off. I was thinking, I don't think so. Then we went into the pits afterwards and revved it and the whole, like a huge plume of smoke came out. And I was like, this is not good at all. And he was like, no, definitely, there's nothing wrong with it for sure. It's definitely the oil burning off. I was like, don't think it is. Rode it around a little bit more. Steady, but they're revving hard anyway when you're riding steady. So come back in and just left it alone. So I'm not riding it anymore, even if he thinks it's all right. I'm not riding anymore because it will grenade itself probably. And then, it turned out that he had done the valves, the piston, the crankshaft and everything, which is pretty expensive. So, yeah.
So did the guy know that? He tried to shaft you?
He didn't know that. No, he wasn't trying to sharpen. I think he just genuinely didn't know. And then when he was talking to me about it, he was saying, I think maybe it had a problem in the last round of the year because he said he was going really well. And then in the last race, he was riding just as well, but he just couldn't keep up. So I think it started to like drop off in performance in the last race of the year.
And by coincidence, a woodland animal managed to crawl up inside the engine and just got obliterated.
No, I think to be honest, I think he was just busy, really busy. Had a couple of kids in the meantime of stopping racing. Basically, he was retiring from racing, so that's why he's selling the bike. Mm-hmm. It was a good deal, right price and everything, but just unfortunate. So, but he took the bike back. He took the bike back, and that's good. He gave me the money back and everything. Yeah. So that was a rapid turnaround on that bike. It's a cool bike as well. Really cool. Really
Did you get another one? We had bought another bike.
No, I haven't got another one. They're pretty rare over here. There are a couple of options coming up because one guy who I know from there is going to buy the bike that I bought and he's going to rebuild the engine. But you need some specialists and stuff to do the crank rebuild and stuff like that. And I don't want the hassle of it, basically.
No.
So he's having that, but that means he might sell his bike when he can get the parts for the bike that's blown up. And then there's another guy with a bike, an ex-world championship bike as well.
Can I ask you a quick question?
A Honda. Yeah.
When you're talking, are you drumming the table with your hand?
No.
Okay.
It sounds like I am for some reason.
Yeah. does. And then I was looking in the reflection of your glasses and seeing if I could see what your hand was doing.
No, because the table is here. Can you see that? That's drumming the table.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah, that's not what I was doing.
Okay. I was kicking it. You're right. Yeah, hands like this.
Bang.
Yeah, hands like this. Don't
Do
do
anything.
anything.
Like this.
Just talk. Yeah.
So that's the end of that story. That was quite a short story, really. It's cool bike though.
Another bike bites the dust.
Yep. So that this year, it's only 2, I think. But most people probably don't do 2 in a lifetime. So, because I did one with a deer, didn't I? Whacked the front off one with a deer. That was bad.
Yeah.
That wasn't cool.
How was the deer?
No comment.
Oh,
Let's put it this way: the bike was better than the deer. Let's put it this way.
Yeah. Okay, you can put your hands down now.
Shouldn't have tried to headbutt a motorcycle, basically.
Maybe
in the side at the exact moment that I was passing.
Maybe you was on a dare.
Maybe. He'd probably regret that now.
Dare. Cool. Yeah. What was the other stories? Because you said you had a load of stories lined up, and I just absolutely railroaded you last time.
And you cut me off when I was thinking about the stories that I could tell. So
yeah, I did.
That was what.
Really
that was one of the stories.
Yeah. I was.
No other stories, I don't think.
No.
Don't think so. What did I do? I think I was going to go riding, wasn't I? Which is not anything new.
Normal.
But it's all been a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I'm on holiday next week as well.
Yeah.
So it's been a bit frantic.
Getting geared up.
Ready.
Getting geared up. On the wind down. I mean, on the big wind down from like Monday last week. Winding everything up.
Oh, really? I was like, I was winding the other way, to be honest, trying to sort out some things. I think it's the cable that is making that noise.
Yeah, there's something that is knocking around is not good. I don't know if your mic is.
I have to do this.
Yeah, just put them on your lap, maybe.
It's because I just rushed into the mic like I rushed in
people
to get in that bike.
Yeah. Is this how you YouTube?
This is how I'm going to do the rest of this podcast with my hands.
Yeah, do it with your hands. Talk with the hands.
So this was the bike.
There you go.
The mic. And we had the
we're going to get
same
some
problem
subscribers
with the bike
now.
As now we have with the mic.
Yeah.
And the mic is just as bad as the bike. I'm not going to say mic and bike again because it's annoying.
Broken mic and broken bike.
No, it's just a bit fussy, this mic. Isn't it? Because the cable is in my lap. That's why.
Yeah, I try and hook. I've got this one. This is a big cable on the headphones. Over here, I try and hook it around the back. I do this in wireless, but wireless stuff doesn't seem to work as nice. I was with our parents on Tuesday at the Monster Truck and Stunt Show.
It looked pretty sick.
It was really good, actually. But one thing
really sick.
That's some sick content. I'm trying to get my finger. Where's the camera? Yeah, and one thing that made me really laugh was because they obviously, we make jokes, don't we, about our 2 viewers, and whenever we talk about our 2 viewers, they go "wee" because that's obviously them, so they really like it. So, hi Mum.
That's cool.
Hi Colin.
I think we've actually got 3 viewers, maybe even 4 viewers, haven't we? Because the lady who does the Big Scuba podcast said she watches.
Gemma. Yes.
Gemma. That's right.
Gemma and Ian from the Big Scuba. So if you're into scuba, if you like diving and scuba and that sort of thing, then check out the Big Scuba podcast with Gemma and Ian. And they do fitness as well. So they do a lot of running and they do CrossFit. So they were there this morning and they're very, very nice people and they put out a lot of content. So check them out.
And Rosanna Waite watches too, doesn't she? I think.
Yeah.
And Davey from Tayu's Garage.
Yeah.
Said he watched.
And Bruce. Well. Bruce watched. Bruce listens when he's going out running. So hope you're having a good run, Brucey.
And he had a cool idea when you asked that question about what would you like to see us do, which was the competition.
Yeah, he did.
So we should do that.
Inclusive competition.
Yeah,
you've been talking about that for a while.
We have. We should put that on the list to do. Well, we shouldn't put it on the list to do. We should do it.
Just do it rather than put it on the list. Yeah.
Yeah, because to put it on the list is just not happening. Is it? So put it on the make sure we do it list.
Link. Speaking of competitions, did you check out the t-shirts and tanks that I did for Olga, Matt, Daz, and Tanya for the Suffolk Games? Did you see those tops I did?
Of course, fucking of course.
Of course. A horse is a horse.
They were awesome. I was like, oh my God, those tanks are amazing.
There's some sick merch. Yeah.
Merch.
It was really good because the conversation started off like this. So it was, would you be able to do us some t-shirts for the Suffolk Games? And I said, yeah, when is it? And they're like, oh, it's a week on Saturday. I was like, yeah, okay, I can do that. What color do you want? And they said, what colors can you get? I was like, I can get any color.
Don't start with me. Just tell me
what color you want. And then I said, what color would you like? And they said, well, it depends on the color. And I was like, I'm out. I was like, right.
How about no?
Okay, I'll send you some options. Like, just give me a flavor, give me a little brief. And she was like, the team name's if he dies, he dies. And I was like, okay. And then she likes, I really like because she's from Moldova. And I really like the red, like red and yellow for the Russian flag. I was like, perfect, absolutely perfect. I can run with that. Someone gives me some ideas like that. When they give me like complete free reign, I'm like, nope.
Just a blank canvas that's just staying blank, isn't it?
Yeah, it just helps so much when people say, t-shirt. Oh yeah, this sort of style. Or they'll send me like some sort of reference. They go, I like this sort of thing. Like, okay, I can work with that.
But what do you want to eat? What do you want to eat? What do you want to eat?
Yeah, that's the daily grind. What do you want to eat? So yeah, so I'm going, and also as I've given them a little name drop, there's also some more people going, which another team saw those t-shirts because I gave them over, and then they wanted some t-shirts. So Chris, Daisy, Yaz, and Sutty are also competing at the Suffolk Games, and Chris asked me to do their team shirts, which I'm going to do, and I should have enough time. But I you know how I was winding down for my week off, so I didn't start my wind down. Well, part of that was getting those shirts done early for Olga's team and getting some orders out.
They just spoiled that in.
So I was like, right, I'm done now. I don't have to do anything else. And then it's like,
pow, take that.
I got those new shirts to do, and then some more orders in. So yeah, it's had a little bit of a flurry of activity, which is very nice. So if that was you who made a purchase and you're listening to this, thank you very much.
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
And we really appreciate return business.
Also true. You know, we really appreciate it if you buy one thing and then you buy another thing.
Yeah, and you tell your friends about the thing that you bought and they like it and they come and buy something. That's what we
tell
like.
Everybody.
Yeah, so and I'm going to go watch them at the Suffolk Games as well. So that is in Ipswich. So it's Saturday today, so it's a week today.
It's a week today. I thought it's tomorrow. Is it a team only competition?
This one is, mixed teams. So it's 2 guys, 2 girls. So it's a 4-person team. And it's like, I say it's like functional fitness, but it's with more like obstacles and objects rather than barbells and things like that. It's like they do like jerry can like deadlifts and sandbag stuff and all that kind of. It's a bit more. It's all outdoors as well. Mm-hmm. So there's I think there's a bit more of that. That's sort of like sports day meets
like CrossFit for nature lovers. Do they do an egg and spoon race? That would be.
I don't know. I'll suggest it.
Do they do a 3-legged race?
They might do a 3-legged race, but I think it's probably more hardcore than that. But yeah, so we've got a few teams.
A sack race.
I don't know what races they do. Please stop asking me what sports day races they do or do not do. I don't know. Do they do
wheelbarrow race?
Yeah.
I think I'm out of cool races after that.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Slow bike race.
No comment. Next, moving on. Oh, okay. So you've got a choice of 3: heat press, to-do list, or car wash. What do you want?
You're just taking over. What happened to the deck? That's what I want to know. That's the question on everybody's lips.
The deck is on this list here.
Pay
So
no
let's talk
mind
about
list.
to-do lists. Let's talk about to-do
Okay,
lists.
let's do that. Then,
So it would have been, I can't remember what day it was, for Wednesday, Thursday last week. I was thinking about whatever day I messaged you and said, look at this list. I just wrote a ton
Wednesday,
of stuff out. Ton of stuff out because I was thinking about it. I was thinking like, when we were talking on the podcast, I said, where I work, in the room that I work, to the right-hand side, there's all that shit there. And that I sat down, I looked at that again. I remember the conversation that we had. I remember talking about how it feels good to do that shit that isn't urgent, but it's just in the back of your mind all the time. Or is just something bothering you,
just
like
taking up
the
space.
Environment it's just taking up brain power,
mental capacity.
So I started writing that stuff down, but I started writing all the little jobs that I wanted to get done down. So I had a whole page worth of stuff, and then I started crossing that shit out. And I realized what I was doing. I was doing the easy stuff and the stuff that I wanted to do, which just got me in the rhythm. And then I attacked that pile of crap there and sorted all that out. And that was quite a big job, which I was putting off. And it felt great. So I got that done. So now I've got another list. Started putting together a list for this week as I'm off. And on there is clean the deck and oil the deck. Also on there is do a podcast with Matt, so I can cross that off in a little bit. But it's felt good to get a pen and paper list together, to be honest.
I like it. I like the pen and paper list because you just got a pen and paper list, and
digital isn't.
I don't know. You just end up with too many things. Then it's like, because you can put it in your email, you can put it in your OneNote, you can put it in here, you can put it in there. You end up with a bunch of things. But if you just got one little book, I started carrying around one little book with me, and I put the notes in that. And that's working. That's good.
One of the issues that I have is I make a list and I start crossing things out, and then I'm like, oh, I need to get another list on the go. So I then start transferring stuff from the old list onto the new list.
Yeah.
And then I think you can't keep transferring stuff from list to list. It's just
that's like one source, isn't it? One source is if you can get away with it, but then you've got to carry the little book around the room. So, and some people have different ways of attacking it all, don't they? Like some people say you just do the hard thing first, but you got to build a little bit of momentum sometimes, don't you?
Especially if you're not in the mood for doing anything. If you're just doing what you absolutely have to do to get by. But so you inspired me to do that. So thank you for that.
Sweet. Good. No worries. I'm trying to inspire myself to do stuff, to be honest, because that's just like every day. It's a bit grindy, isn't it? Like I had to stick Post-its everywhere in my flat, which it would be funny if I could show you, that just say focus on.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to get distracted with stuff.
That's like a really boring version of the film Memento.
Drives me nuts. Yeah, it's just only one thing. It just says focus.
Same thing. Focus.
Just got to focus on the fridge, focus on the door on the way through. Focus. I wrote focus and put it next to my bed. I've got one on, there was one on the laptop. You can't read it, but there was one on the laptop. Because I'm not very good. Like I read a lot of stuff, but for some reason don't retain a lot of things unless I'm constantly thinking about it.
Yeah. And that's why you need to focus.
Put a little reminder everywhere. Yeah. But that's good. It's working.
That's cool.
Cracking through the lists. Today I made a bit of a mess really going to ride motocross, and then dropped in the river surfing thing. And actually I had a bunch of stuff to do, and there wasn't go river surfing. So that was a bit annoying.
Well, if you add that to your list, then you can cross it off, and that feels great.
I'll still know though, won't I? I'll still know that wasn't really supposed to be there.
Yeah, I mean, it just jumped the queue. You probably would have done it at some point.
I would have done it at some point. I've been meaning to do it for a while, but I haven't been doing it because I've been doing the other things that I should have been doing instead of this. And that's you get off track, isn't it? Because you should just hit that difficult stuff or the crappy stuff that you don't want to do. And when you do start doing that, and then you realize it's always like that, isn't it? Nah, man. For what? For doing what you should have done. Yeah. Would you want a ninth place?
Well, you've done it the wrong way around. You've done the thing that you shouldn't have done.
Exactly.
So you rewarded yourself backwards.
Didn't work, did it? Now what? Now I don't. No. Now there's no marshmallow or nothing. They're just going to put a marshmallow in front of me. I'm just going to eat it straight away. Hoover that straight up on it.
Like Kirby.
Yeah. Exactly. No delayed gratification around here anymore, is it? So
instant gratification.
Instant gratification is what we're all about these days. So, but yeah, I let it jump the queue, and I shouldn't have done that really.
Queue jumping motherfucker.
But
But did you have fun? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, but that's not the point either, is it? It's not about
Yeah, it is the point.
Winning is more fun than fun is fun. I like that quote. Winning is more fun than fun is fun.
Well, you won at learning how to surf on a river.
I did, but what use is that to me, really?
Well, because next time you go to surf on a river, you already know how to do it a little bit.
When I'm supposed to be doing other stuff, that's the thing.
All right. Well, you get into your little shame spiral then, and you drag yourself down. I'm not
dragging myself down, man. I'll drag myself up. I don't go down. Up. I know what's happening. That's why I've got post-its everywhere. So
yeah,
it's when you don't realise what's happening. That's the problem. Okay. It's when you get in that little spiral, and then you think, "Oh no, I didn't do that," and then because you didn't do that, then I won't do that, and then I'm going to do this and that. Like on my diet, I've been on it. I'm pretty happy with that. Like on it, really on it. And I was a bit worried that it was going to affect, like, knock onto training and stuff like that, but I sucked it up basically and carried on training, and training went pretty good. That was cool. Like those juggernaut sessions they just build up to like 7 sets of squats, not super heavy, but like 7 sets of 8 or 7 sets of 10 with 100 kilos is a bit grim. And I thought this is going to be rank, but just smashed into it and it was all right. So deadlift's still pretty light, 130 kilos on the deadlift, but coming up. So that's good. Nothing feels broken. Although my hip was a bit graunchy after the squat. My left hip was graunchy in the squats, and then my right thigh was graunchy in the Romanian deadlifts. And my left hip is not my broken hip. So I was a bit like, that's not very good. But that was cool. So I smashed that week, and that's the first week I've done for a long time when I managed to do the 5 on the bounce. I did Monday to Friday straight. That was cool. But only because I just got up, had my breakfast, and I just was like, well, just get on with it. So I just went downstairs and got on with it, and that was it. Because normally I'm like, I'm thinking about, I'm not sure if I want to do that or not. And then I leave it like 20 minutes or half an hour, and then it's a huge rush to get everything done. And then at some point, I'll make a bit of a mess, and then I go to bed a bit late or something like that, and I don't get up in the morning. Then it screwed the 5 days on the bounce. So
yeah.
That pretty well under control. That with the diet, with going to bed, which I'm going to mess up today.
I was going to say, it probably doesn't help when you start having to do podcasts with me at 9:30 at night.
Hey, is what it is.
But I've only got a couple more stories, so you might get an early night yet.
Unless story.
Your early night is 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's already gone, mate. Yeah, it's gone. Don't worry. No, I haven't got too much.
That boat has sailed.
Yeah, I need to try and fix my mountain bike, because I'll probably go and ride some mountain bikes tomorrow.
Yeah.
Also not on my list of things to do.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun.
Better get up earlier and do some stuff. And then your reward is riding a mountain bike.
Yeah, I have got. Yeah, my list is here. You can't see that either.
Just about. Is that graph paper?
Yes. For some reason. Why is that? Twin wire notebook, quad reel it's called. It's actually a GBA notebook, that is.
Yeah. I don't know why I found that funny.
I did. I don't know. Old school, huh?
It is old school. You start colouring in the boxes. Like making a little checkered flag pattern.
I'll do a parabola.
What's a parabola?
X squared. It's a curve, isn't it? It goes like this.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
Then you can find the curve on the line, can't you?
Yeah, I think I know
differentiate
what you mean.
It. Yeah.
Straight lines that make a curve.
Well, it's a formula, isn't it?
I don't know, mate. It's been a long time since I went to school. The most recent education I've had to deal with is homeschooling my, at the time, 7 and 5-year-old. And so I'm good at, there's a couple of things I'm good at. Shape recognition, color recognition, and phonics. Okay.
Useful. Okay.
So that's
the level we're talking about. Okay. Yeah. We'll probably skip the parabolas then.
Yeah, as soon as you said parabola, all I could think of was John Wick Parabellum. John Wick 3. Oh yeah, you got you've drawn John Wick 3 Parabellum on there.
I don't know what that is, so
it's a film.
That's the difference there.
It's a film.
Yeah, I haven't got a TV.
So for people who are listening, they'll probably be really interested in finding out the thrilling conclusion of the heat press saga. So we've got Jaws now. The new heat press has gone from the Chinese Warrior to Jaws. So Jaws is massive.
Is it
a massive grey monster, and he's upstairs. And we're going to need a bigger boat, Matt, because that fucking thing is huge. But I was emailing back and forth with the company, wasn't I? The offer was on the table, wasn't it? I don't want to pay 25 quid to get this part delivered. I want my money back. Well, good news, because a mere 7 days and approximately 15 to 20 emails later, they still weren't giving me my money back.
Nice.
Despite me emailing them a screenshot of their warranty terms and conditions, which says I had a 12-month warranty and I was in month 11, and they would offer a replacement or refund.
No.
So yeah, they
it's
said
actually a good warranty then, isn't it?
They said, where did you find that warranty? I was like,
in the box with the product.
Yeah, it was under your description of your company, because they were going with, you've got a 6-month warranty, it's out of warranty. And I'm like, no, mate, it's a 12-month warranty. And they're like, we can offer you this. Is this acceptable? No, it's not acceptable. It's in the fucking warranty. You're not turning up for your terms and conditions. You're like completely ignoring the fact that this is what you are offering. So no, it's out of warranty. We offer a 6-month warranty. No, here's a screenshot of your warranty. Where did you find this warranty? On Amazon, on the website where I bought the thing. Okay, the best we can do, because customer service is important to us, is to replace the whole heat press for you. You don't need to return us the original. What the fuck do I want with a broken heat press, another heat press, and another fucking heat press? I was like, I've bought a heat press now because this fucking saga is going on for like day 5 and you're pissing me about. You've lied to me about your warranty. I don't want to do business with you anymore. And they're like, well, the best we can do is replace your one with a new, we'll send you out a new one. I was like, that's fine. I'll just talk to Amazon. Literally went on the chat on the app with Amazon. Powan came on, Pawan. I don't know the gender. So Powan told them the story. And they said, yeah, we're going to contact them. Wait 48 hours. If you don't hear back within 48 hours, don't contact them, contact us. And they basically said, we'll try and get your money back for you. And then within 6 hours, I got an email from the company. Sorry for the inconvenience. We'll give you a full refund.
No way.
They don't want to fuck with Amazon, do they? Because if they come off Amazon, they're like, it's a big.
Is that it? Is that
big distributor?
Yeah. The risk is it that they just will get ejected from Amazon? Okay, well, that's pretty cool that Amazon would do that, because Amazon get money from them as well, I assume.
Yeah, they said in the email, they said it will go down as a claim against the company that'll affect their business with us. So I was like, cheers, Jeff.
It's a huge part of a lot of people's businesses in that. So.
Yeah. So once again, if anybody does want a Chinese heat press for spares and repair, it's still got 3 weeks left on its warranty.
But it's not transferable though, is it?
No. But that has that sort of recouped some of the expense for Jaws, which is cool. But yeah, I got there in the end, man. I was not giving up on that.
Are you going to put a sticker on Jaws that says Jaws? That would be pretty cool.
That would be quite cool, actually. I could do a Jaws sticker. I have got some sticker vinyl. It would get hot. Be good. It gets hot, obviously, because it's a heat.
Depends where you put it.
Yeah, it's heavy duty as well, man. It's like I've got a bit of a jippy shoulder, and it's like pulling the thing down. It's like
we overcooked the heat press. Wow, that's like full Dolby Digital surround all of a sudden, just in my ears.
That's good.
Microphone
drop. I think you need a new lead. So yeah, so that's progress.
Maybe a new microphone. If I put it close to me, that's quite good. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's the quality of the sound is a lot better the closer it gets, which is weird.
It's weird. The problem is that I have to be far enough away from my weird laptop. Yeah, man. What is that about? That's just annoying.
Do you need to turn it in? Is there like an input thing? Or like on the back? Is there like some switches on the back? Have you actually got it turned on?
Yeah, the light is on.
Okay, that's good.
The light is on.
Yeah, it's definitely working.
Right next to it.
That's a decent microphone they do, all the reviews and stuff.
You would think so, wouldn't you? But proof is in the pudding, as they say.
I think you've got a faulty wire or something's not right, isn't it? So there's a little connection going bad.
Maybe it's because I've got all this stuff plugged in, but I need that plugged in.
You're definitely quieter.
That's no good. I'm out. Now I'm back. Whatever. I need to do a test.
Please stand by. There you go. Yeah, just sit a bit closer. I've moved the whole thing. I'm literally straddling the box that this thing is on, just so the mic can be. Mine's here. Whoop.
Is it like that? Is it? Okay.
Mine's right here.
Straddle.
Yeah, I've got one. I've got one more.
Wearing my sunglasses, to be honest.
I've got one more story.
Go on.
Cool. None of this is training related because, like I say, I've been on deload. Actually, I've got a training related story. I hit 8 bar muscle ups in a row.
My God. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Swinging bar muscle ups.
Yep.
That's pretty sick.
Fully fledged.
Where'd you pull that out from?
I jumped up there, mate. Started swanging.
Does that mean you're just a bar muscle up god now?
That's pretty good.
What's
I'm
next?
pretty happy with that.
9 bar muscle ups?
Yeah,
Who do you think you are? Tia Claire Toomey?
Who do you think you are, boy? Matthias Frazier?
What are you doing? You think you're that
boy.
Richard Fernan?
Yeah, so that was cool. And I hit a 95 kilo squat clean. 95 or 90? I can't remember.
I think it was
It was up there though. That was up there for a squat clean for me. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, I got a 92.5 for 3 front squat after not front squatting for the best part of a year.
Yeah, that's the one that you told me about. 92.5 front squat.
Yeah. So that was nice.
That's pretty cool. Yeah,
that was good.
That's a sender of a squat, that is.
Yeah, I like that. I was quite happy with that. I was a bit nervous about that, obviously with my knee, and I wouldn't want to do that on the regular. But
still not really anywhere near what is going on with this microphone. I'm just going to send this into oblivion.
Matt's going to lose his shit. Well, I've got another story for you. So that was my training stories. So training's been pretty good. It's been just functional stuff and deload on the powerlifting stuff. So nice and light. I feel pretty good. I am tired today though. I had a little nap.
I'm tired. Seen these bad boys?
Put those sunglasses back on, man. Scared the shit out of everybody on YouTube. Yeah, last story. Okay, so my car, the Skoda Superb, I haven't washed it since coronavirus struck. So obviously it doesn't go anywhere, it just sits on the drive. So for quite a while,
so true.
It just like little trips to the gym. That's it. Don't go anywhere for work. So I'm just not bothered about it, not fussed, just sat on the drive. And it's black anyway. So it's not like it looks dirty.
Yeah,
but I was thinking about it and it was bothering me, and there was like shit in the footwells and on the door handle on the driver's side when I pull the door shut on that handle, obviously there's like it started to like deteriorate, so I get like sticky black crap on my hand. I'm just like, oh man, I'm this car. And once you fall out of love with a car, you're fucking gone.
That's it, mate. So
you're dead. So I thought, right, one thing that might help is if I cleaned it. And then I thought, oh, I don't want to clean this car. I used to really like get a lot of pride out of giving a car a good clean, but not these days. And then one night I was making dinner and there was a knock at the door, and Claire went and answered it, came back, and I was like, who was that? It was a strange knock, an unfamiliar knock. I don't know if you can relate to that. Like, who's this knocking at my door? This doesn't sound right. And she said, oh, there's a couple of kids asking if we wanted our cars washed. And I was like, how much? Like, how much? And said £8 for both. I was like, get them on it. Get the boys on it. She's like, are you sure? They're like 12 and 13-year-old lads. And I was like, yeah, because I'd heard like when Corona first struck, there was a couple of lads going around the estate trying to make money because their parents had been like furloughed or something was going on, and they were just trying to make a bit of money. And I thought, that's pretty cool. That's a nice thing to do. And the people on the Facebook group from the neighborhood had said they did a good job. These lads did a good job. So I was like, maybe the lads are back. So I said, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Claire scrabbled around to put some money together because, I don't have cash laying about.
I've got that sort of cash just lying around.
8 British sterling pounds. That's, like 700 euros.
£8 coins.
but I just don't have it in the house because I don't use it. So she was scrabbling around. She found this money, and she's gotten back. She's like, yeah. So they're out the back, like getting water out the tap. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. The little kid blipping about. And Claire was like, I don't know if they're going to do a very good job. And I was like, it's fine. Like, I wanted to get it washed anyway. It's fine. And what I didn't realize was possible was that you could make something dirtier by cleaning it.
Oh no.
These boys had done the impossible task. My car looked cleaner before they fucking cleaned it. Honestly, Chloe would have done a better job. It was mad.
Do it again? Do they do it again?
No, because they're gone. Claire looked at it and it just felt awkward. So she just went, all right, thanks.
No, man.
Just
be like, no.
Just let him go. So so it's like they washed the car with dirty water and then added dirt. I couldn't believe it. I could not.
Probably went around with a dirty bucket, washed everyone else's car, and then washed your car with a dirty bucket with a dirty sponge. And yeah, that's the end of that story, isn't it?
So I won't be doing that again. But that then did make us. We've got both cars done at the car wash today, and my car's so fresh inside. It's so slick now. I got a mini valet done, and when they clean the leather seats and it's like slides around. I was like, oh, my hand's just going to slip straight off this handbrake.
Get in and slide straight out the other side.
Yeah, and the air freshener they put in there, that's potent.
New car smell.
It's very strong. It doesn't smell like a new car. It smells like
somebody's handbag.
Fruit and vegetables stall. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. So now, yeah, I honestly, I couldn't believe that car, the state of that car when I looked out. I was like, well done, lads.
Not ideal. I went to one of those like drive-through where they've got the whole squad of.
Yeah, that's what we did today. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And they did an all right job today, because I've had that problem before going to one of those. Like the car goes in with reasonable quality paintwork and comes out like someone's gone at it with a Brillo pad. I'm like, well, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
I didn't bring it here so you could scratch it. It wasn't £5 to cover my car in scratches, was it? Then now what am I going to do?
That's what you pay for. It's $7.99.
Yeah,
£5 of that is to scratch it, and then $2.99 is to wash it. That's the other thing.
The scratches.
That's the other thing about when I do get my car washed, you can see all like the scratches and the dents and the dings and stuff that is in it as well. So
when
another
you take
reason,
that protective layer of dirt off, then you see
exactly
underneath, don't you?
Exactly.
Yeah. I haven't washed my van yet. That was, they did a crazy valet job on that, I think, when they were preparing it to sell.
Showroom
you can
condition.
see where they didn't like go, because it was like super mint. I mean, it's still clean, but they didn't go to like the nth degree and like remove some of the things. So I can see how dirty it was in some places. Like they didn't pull the cup holder out. So if the cup holder moves a little bit, then you could see like this layer of grim. I was like, oh my God, how dirty was this thing before?
Sloppy.
But they did apart from that though, they did a pretty crazy job of cleaning. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. Nice little van.
Yeah, you got me thinking about vans. I keep looking out for vans now. I don't need a van. Wouldn't use a van. Just quite want one. Quite want an automatic transporter or something.
Jesus Christ, dude! You need to get a mortgage for that.
Yeah, I've already got one of them. I don't want another.
Yeah, well, you want another.
I think the Peugeots look quite cool.
That's not a transporter, is it?
It's not a transporter, but I can't afford a transporter. Well, I can't afford a Peugeot, to be honest.
The Peugeots, you know what you can do? The electric ones are pretty cool, but it depends on what you're going to do with it. If you're talking about a van to put some people in, that's a different thing to a van like mine, which is just a box van. They're cheaper. Yeah. So the one they turn into a car, like a family car, then they start ramping up in price. But they're probably about 40,000, I think, per Peugeot
too.
But a transporter in the same thing is probably more like
if you want a new
50 or 60 and if you look at those campers like the beach in the California here, they're like 100 grand.
Fine, get one red and one blue.
Yeah, why not? My Transit was 13. So
there you go.
That's what the budget we're working with.
Yeah, and you just sling some bean bags in the back if you want to take anybody anywhere.
Put a mattress in there.
Let the tools rattle around and fall.
Tools hit the floor. Yeah, it hasn't got like side racks or anything in it. I'll just pick my toolbox up and put it in the back of the van.
There you go.
That is enough. I put the bike in. She's good to go. She's a sender.
She's off. She's off and away. Yeah, that's me. That's me done. Wrapped
Good.
wrapped
Yeah,
wrapped in an hour. Look.
Really got any stories. I'm nervous about next week for Juggernaut because on one of the days I've got a deadlift max and then that 7 sets of squats. So that's going to take forever.
The same day?
Yeah, on the same day. It's nuts, man. It's on 2 of the days, it's deadlift and squat. There's like a light squat and deadlift. And then on the Friday, which is the one I've just done, I've got an RPE 10 like max for 8 or just an RPE 10, some rep max thing. And then the 7 sets of squats. So that's going to be grim. So the cool thing about it though is that because it asks you like how do you feel and how much sleep did you get and stuff like that. Did I mention this before? Like I'm actually trying to go to bed earlier. So because it's like it makes a huge difference as well to what they give you to do. So obviously it makes a massive difference as well, which we know. If you're actually getting some sleep, then
yeah, that's cool.
Makes a big difference. So I'm still not getting loads, but I'm getting more than I was. So
more is better. More is definitely better. Speaking of sleep,
everything in moderation. I'm asleep right now. You can't see them eyes.
Yeah, I've had like 7 micro naps. My eyes open.
Just had a calm down.
Bored.
Sweet, dude.
Bored. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm starting another block next week. Another block. I don't know what block I'm on now. I wrote up there ages ago, and then I don't think I've updated the numbers. So I'll start that next week. I'll have a look at the program tomorrow, actually, because there was talk of Phil was talking about the box he was going to do for somebody's birthday workout. He was going to do a max effort squat, bench, deadlift session. So that might be worthwhile not starting a new block and hitting that like a mini meet, like a super fast meet.
That's what I said I was going to do, wasn't it, for this week, was to have a look in the 531 Forever book and tell you what the option was.
Put it on your list.
For your deload week to check the maxes.
Put it on the list.
Yeah. But, well, you're going to have already done it, though, by the time I tell you about it.
Do it for next time. There's a deload every 4 weeks.
Pen doesn't work.
Deload. Love a fucking deload. You don't realize how happy I am to pick up a deadlift top set at 109 kilos. I'm like, oh baby.
My hands look. Can you see my hands in a minute?
Yeah.
Dealt with.
Yeah, that's gross.
So grim.
Let's have a staph infection.
1 forever.
My my finger that I crushed with a kettlebell.
Yep.
It's got like a permanent lump on it.
Yes, please.
And for some reason, I've been whacking it nearly every day on stuff, like accidentally.
It's more lumpy now, isn't it?
Yeah. So as I move through space, there's more there. So it's just hitting off stuff. So it's just there's the camera. It's just like, see that like red?
Yeah.
It's just like a red bump on it the whole time.
You got a little fracture in there, dude. Does it hurt when you bend it? Or is it okay?
No, that's absolutely everything's absolutely fine until I whack it on something, and then it's like fuck's sake. I can like push it a bit now.
Fracture, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's okay.
Get a little X-ray on that, just to check.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't hurt, so no rush.
They won't do anything about it. They'll tape a lollipop stick to your finger. Or
yeah, well, people keep saying, "I want you to put it in a splint." I'm like, but that's fine. It doesn't do anything.
Why don't you put it in a splint? What do I look like? Woody the Woodpecker.
I look like a fucking lumberjack.
The Tin Man? No, you put it in a splint.
I've got that this week, and obviously a week off work, so I'm gonna hit some good training. Hopefully, without.
You know what I did get today? Did I tell you this when I went to ride the enduro bike, and you said, "Oh yeah, you should do some stuff where like you actually talk to the camera and stuff like that when you go and do your bike stuff." So I thought, okay, I'll put my big boy pants on and I'll do some stuff where I talk to the camera, and I put the GoPro. I got the GoPro here to get the stuff. Put the GoPro on my helmet.
No battery.
Did a little bit of talking before. No. Sorry, all right. Jump in your story like I jump in your stories.
Carry on.
It wasn't a Barry. And went out, started talking about what I was going to do, trying to be children's TV animated,
Mm-hmm.
and then rode round, did something like quite a nice few laps as well, some nice laps, looking pretty fast. I was thinking, yeah, this is going to be sick. And talking over it and explaining what I was doing with the bike and the different bits of the track and this and that.
That's cool.
And got back and watched it, and you can't hear any of the talking. It's drowned out by the bike. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool. So I've got like 45 minutes of just the bike going around.
So what you can do with that, hopefully, is you can get it onto your laptop, and then you can do a voiceover over the top of it in like some editing. So when I use iMovie, you have the option of speaking over the top.
Okay, I could
directly into your laptop. So you could use your broken microphone. So you'd have it running, and then you'd hit record, and then you would talk over what was going on, and then you'd have some good footage, and we could get that into YouTube, dude, because we've got 101 thirsty subscribers. They're thirsty for content.
Itching for content. You know what though? If we put on KTM 250 EXC 6 days model year 22 motocross, probably that'll just blow the internet up, to be honest, especially with the level.
The world is waiting for what the thing you just said that I can't remember, but it started with KTM. The world is crying out for that right now. The internet doesn't even know it needs that until that gets uploaded, and then boom, monetized.
I was excited. I was excited to watch my own video, and I hate watching my
man. Stuff. Well, that's good. Definitely get it on there. Get it on there.
Okay.
If you come over, if you don't manage to get it on there, which you will put it on your list. If you don't manage to put it on there, bring the whole thing over, and we'll plug it in here, and I'll voice over it. Because I know exactly what I'm talking about. So what we're doing,
actually, that would be awesome. That would be like Aussie man voiceover on a bike. That would be sick. Yes, we're doing that.
We'll do a real one, and then we'll do a me one to see how much I've learned from 21 episodes of listening to you talk about motocross.
We'll be shite about bikes for an hour. The tricky thing though is I'm not sure what you can see, and actually it took forever. So I was trying to do 20-minute sessions to try and increase the time a little bit on the bike, because it's not my normal bike. So I thought, well, I'll just use it as an opportunity to not try and really learn how to go faster on my bike, because it's not my bike. I'll just use it as an exercise in increasing my fitness on the bike.
That's cool.
So I was just trying to ride around basically, but like for 20 minutes. So I filmed, and this was a rookie error, I filmed like a whole 20-minute session straight, which on a GoPro is like 2 gigabytes or something like that. So then when I wanted to watch what it was, the GoPro software is not the most straightforward to use. Although it's now working pretty good for the stuff I'm filming downstairs. The quality now is
it looks loads
not
better.
Making me want to punch my own face in.
People can actually see what's going on now.
Yeah, it doesn't look like looking through a potato into a small cage with someone doing something.
Yeah, I thought if someone was going to mash potatoes and put them on my eyes, this would be what I'd see.
So anyway, the point of this story is that I filmed a 25-minute session and then wanted to see what it was, because I wanted to upload something to the story while I was still there, because I thought that would be cool. But that video then you couldn't see it in the preview because it was so big. And then it then took 30-something minutes to actually get the thing from the camera to the phone. And then I had to go out for my next session, because I said I'd do these 3 20-minute plus sessions. So I did that. But I've got the thing to watch this. So I'll have a look at that, and I will sneak something on the stories tonight.
Is it fairly straightforward to do like 1 or 2 laps and then turn the GoPro, like stop the GoPro and then carry on with your session, or is it a little bit fiddly and a little bit shit?
No, it's okay. The problem I had today with this GoPro is that let me see. Okay, so you have to turn it on. Yeah, so this is the annoying bit about it, is that I can't tell when it's tagging a highlight and when it's turning on and off, because it used to be that like it's flashing now, no? You can see it. So it's flashing, it's running. When you stop it, you get 4 beeps.
1 beep.
Yeah, see,
that's 12
beeps. 4 or 5 beeps or whatever it is, yeah. But that was annoying me today, because I've never heard that 1 beep before. I thought when you start, it just
so is 1 beep for yes, 7,000 beeps for no.
Yeah, but it's normally 3 for go and then 4 or 5 or whatever it is for stop. But now it's got like 3 for go, then the 1 beep, then the 5 beeps, and it confused me.
Can you get an app for it? Because that's what I'd do. I just Bluetooth it to my phone and have it like, right, that's recording.
Yeah, but I can't do that when I'm riding the bike, can I?
You could ask
It's
somebody
on
else
my
to do
head
it.
on a motocross track where it's not going to connect to the bike. So basically, it's not that fussy.
Okay.
If I wanted to prioritize the video, which I did today because I took it on purpose to do it, and then it just confused me because it was just beeping its brains
That'd
out.
be good.
But I did get some footage, and then I realized that I couldn't hear myself, so I tried to do it when it was quiet, and that I will see in a bit.
Yeah. Give it a whirl. Let me know how you get on.
God, that's pretty sick, actually.
It's a cool little vest, isn't it? It's a nice little tag because it's warm here. It's warm.
Yeah, all right.
That's warm.
A bad light over here. I can't believe I lost again.
I can't fit in this screen.
I can't believe I lost again the other week.
Oh, no.
Rubbish, man. I lost again. I didn't even lose. I said, what's the matter with your mates all blind, are they, when they vote for these things or what?
I mean, they vote with their hearts. I don't know.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it? It's not about logic, is it? It's not about who's actually packing it.
Yeah,
well, I lost
all these blind people voting for me.
1 week to the next, I'm like up and down like a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Cool. All right, dude. Well, it is 9:31 UK time, so it's time to shut this down.
Shut it.
Tell him, Matt.
If you enjoyed what we've been talking about, if you like listening to us run on about all sorts, and my sunglasses to cover up these eyes, which I can hardly keep open, please like and subscribe, and also share, and tell your friends, and send a message to your colleagues.
Yeah, even the ones that you're not keen on.
Especially those ones.
Especially those bitches.
Because there's like a double whammy, isn't it? They're like, what is he sending me this bullshit for?
Yeah. Yeah. Don't even have to buy anything. I mean, just share it. Just tell someone.
Don't be shy.
Tell a friend.
Just let it grow, man.
Tell a friend.
Just let it blossom.
Just let it be. Yeah. Let it be. Help us out.
Like a little acorn.
All right. Cool. Good sign off. Good sign off that. Let's sign off on the acorn. And we'll see everybody next week with that sweet motocross footage. See you later.
Dude.
Bye.